Hello, everyone. Good morning. It's My name is Ajoke. If this is the first time you're watching um, any of my videos, a second year pediatric resident. Um, so I hope you're having a great day wherever you're watching this from. And this is a sequel video to my residency March story. So this video is basically gonna take a deep dive into how to prepare your application, because I believe preparation is everything. Like early preparation is everything. I wrote down some points. If you see me looking down, so that I can remember like each talking point. So basically, these are all the things that I did to increase my odds of matching compared to the first time that I applied. I matched on my second attempt at the process. So these are the things I learned, like the lessons I learned from the process, and I hope it's able to help somebody. So the first thing I'll be talking about is early preparation. Early preparation is everything. Let me tell you, you have to start early. You don't want to start preparing your application last minute, which is one of the things that I did the first time that I applied. You want to start your preparation very, very early. If you're applying for the March, let's say you're applying for March 2027, I would even say if you're applying to March 2027, you need to start now. Like it's never too early to start the process. And because there are so many steps involved, you need enough time to put in all the things that you need for your application. So when I talk about early preparation, one of the first things you want to start doing is the first thing you actually want to do before you even start anything is deciding what you want. What do you want to do? What specialty appeals to you the most? What is it that you can see yourself doing 5, 10, 20 years down the line? You have to choose something that you like, because that passion is going to radiate in the way you prepare your application, and even in your interview process, your personal statement is going to speak for itself. That passion has to be there. You have to pick something you enjoy, something that you feel will give you fulfillment. So that part is very, very important. So in terms of early preparation, I would also mention like research. Researching is a big part of it. You have to research, okay, this specialty I'm interested in, what are they looking for in applicants generally? Are they looking for certain volunteer experiences? Are they looking for certain experiences in my CV? Like, what are they looking for? So after you do that part, you also need to research programs. So this part is like a very big part of the application process. It has to be done meticulously. You have to do it intentionally, especially as an IMG. You need to look for programs. There are several websites out there. I used Residency Explorer, and I also use Frida. Those two websites are really, really good. There's also Match a Resident. For Match a Resident, it's not free. I think you have to pay a certain token, but it's not much. So depending on which platform, all of those platforms are very good in terms of like researching programs. What are you looking for when you're researching programs? First thing is you want to look at what are their requirements. You fit into that requirement. Some will mention things like, oh, we want someone with a step one of like 230 and above. You have to ask yourself, am I really what they're looking for? Some will ask that you must have a US clinical experience of 3 months, 6 months. Some will say it's not a requirement. Some will prefer a year of graduation of less than 5 years. Like you need to go through each. Like it's not just enough to just you know the website actually help you screen, but it's not enough to just stop there. You need to go to the program website. That's where you get the real information, the most updated information about what they are looking for. And for me, I created like a table of all the program. When I research a program and I like what the program offers and I fit into what they are looking for, I put it on my list. And then other things that you should also look for if you're an IMG is, do they sponsor visa? Do they sponsor J1 visa? Do they sponsor H1B visa? If you're taking your step three, it's worth it to consider programs that sponsor H1B visas. So you want to like take your time and look at all of these things to create your list. And in terms of how many programs should you apply to, I mean, it depends. I mean, there are people that apply to just 50 programs are match. Some apply to like 100 programs. Some apply to 150. Some apply to 200 programs. But I would say whatever number of programs you're applying to, make sure you fit into what they are looking for. At least you meet most of the selection criteria. That way you're not wasting money because it's expensive. The more programs you apply to, the more expensive it is. So you want to make sure that if you are putting money in something, it's actually worth it. For me, the first time I applied to 50 programs. Second time I applied, I think I applied to a little less than 100 programs. So you want to know that the programs you're applying to actually are looking for someone like you. They have people like you in the program. And part of the background research is if you have like any colleagues, anyone that you know in certain programs, you can talk to them, find out information. How do they select people for interviews? What is the program like? At the end of the day, you want to choose a program that is right for you, where you can learn, where you can train, where you can thrive, that's not toxic, that's not malignant. So you really want to do your research. So that's the research. I will say create a table where you put all the programs when you find them. And then another thing is, yeah, talk to people, start networking early, start talking to people, friends, colleagues, people that know somebody. Let people know that we are trying to do this. Some will even say like go to conferences, meet with people, talk to people, like talk to people. You never know, reach out to people. I mean, a lot of your DMs are gonna be heard. Let's be honest. Like you can go to LinkedIn and reach out to people in different programs, residents, find out more about their program. There are some programs that the residents have the privilege of like recommending people. Like you can try. I mean, it's just trying. I'm very, very bad at networking. Like I'm horrible at networking. If networking is not your thing, it's okay. Just try to put yourself out there in one shape or form. Like let people know about what you are trying to do and what you are trying to achieve. You never know who can connect you to somebody who might recommend you to a program for an interview. Yeah, so that's all I would say about networking. And also important to go to the ERAS website. If you're applying for, let's say, March 2027, go to the program, the ERAS website. Take note of all the deadlines. They should be attached to your calendar. When your application should be submitted, when you should start doing everything. You must take note of every single deadline. It's very, very important. It can make, because imagine forgetting that your applications are due on a certain day. That does not look good. Mm-mm. So take note of deadlines. That is very, very important. Another thing is start writing your personal statements early. Personal statements are a pain to write. Like it's a pain because you have to do a lot of introspection. You have to think. You write and rewrite. You keep writing until it's time to submit. Honestly. And in terms of personal statement, what do you want to write? You want to write about why you're choosing this specialty, why it's such a good fit for you. Is there any background story? Is there any experiences that shaped you? Is there something that pulls you to this particular specialty? Some will even say go as far as writing specific personal statements to each program. So you need to do a lot of introspection. You have to write something that when they read it, they'll be like, yeah, I want to get to know this person. Let it show a little bit of your personality. Let it show a little bit of your growth. Like write an amazing personal statement and don't just write, send to people to help you review it as many times as possible. Make sure, like, I mean, perfection, it doesn't exist, but just make sure it speaks for you. Your personal statement has to speak for you. It has to advocate for you in the midst of like thousands of applications. Let your personal statement speak as to why they should interview you. So personal statements very, very important. And then your CV, start building your CV early. I really should take this advice too. Yeah, it's good to like do your CV and see what experiences you need in order to apply to the field that you want. Like look at your CV. What experiences are needed on there? Do you not have volunteer experience? Then you know that you need to look for volunteer experience. If it's research, you need to, if it's work experience, yeah, your CV is very, very important. It's like a portfolio of all your experiences, your educational experiences, your work experiences. There's also like a section for hobbies. Like you need to start working on your CV early. That way, when you know what is missing in your CV, you can work on it early. That's why I'm like, starting now, if you're applying for March 2027, starting now is not a bad idea because you have time to get all of those experiences. You have time to actually think about what you want to do. So, you guys, it's important. Your CV is very, very important. It's like a portfolio, and use action words in the beginning, action words, and how you. I feel like everything is about how you package it, honestly. You need to know how to package your experiences. I'm sure everybody that's gone to medical school, graduated, whatever, they have a ton of amazing experience. It's just how do you package these things? How do you make it sound good? It's how about how you make it sound good, honestly, on the CV. Like you don't just want to throw everything in everywhere. Like you want to make it sound like yes, you did something. And everybody has amazing experience. Just how you put it on the CV. Use action verbs, like good action verbs. Let it be like bullet points. Let it be well organized. You don't want someone to go through your CV and have a headache from it. Like make sure your CV is amazing. Yeah, so another thing is that's also like pertinent is letters of recommendation. Letters of recommendations are very, very important. You need this, you need all your letters. Most programs ask for 3 to 4 letters of recommendation. So 3 letter, you need at least three. Some will say four, 3 to 4, honestly. And you want to reach out to your letter writers. You need to identify your letter writer. So if you're in a particular rotation, let's say you want to do internal medicine, for example, you've been working with a particular attending or consultant, you want to talk to them like, oh, I'm trying to apply for this. Will you be willing to write me a letter of recommendation? This is what I'm trying to do with these letters, explain to them and make sure it's someone that would write you a good letter, right? Someone that you have a good rapport with, good professional working relationship, someone that sees you in a good light, so that they can write something amazing about you. You don't want someone to write like something negative. Like get your letter and tell them in advance. I would even say put a deadline on it because applications are due like ending of September most of the time. So your letter writers, everything should be uploaded by the ending of August or beginning of September. Like you want to not take anything for granted because sometimes you need to keep reminding people to upload your letters and you don't want to be in a situation where you're like submitting an incomplete application. Like that is a no-no. Everything in your application package must be complete. So early, you need to mhm, you need to bother them to upload your letter basically. And also you also need to find out because that's I'm like it's important to actually go through the eras thing because every year I think sometimes they had something new. When I applied, they said to put 10 meaningful experience, and then out of that 10, you cite 3 impactful experience. So you need to go through eras and see how they want you to do your application. And then there's also like an option where you can choose certain geographical locations to apply to. So if you're going to pick a geographical preference, make sure the programs you are choosing fits. Let the majority of your programs fit in that geographical location. You have to make everything in your application like match, 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 match. Don't let there be like controversies or confusion. Let everything tally. Like so, if you're gonna pick a geographical location, make sure the programs you are choosing, you know, fits into that and you can put your reasons for choosing those geographical locations. If it's that you have family there, you have friends there, or if there's a certain thing about that area that actually appeals to you, you can put it in your application. Another thing they also brought now is signaling. For PITS, I think you have 5 signals. For internal medicine, I think they have 7 signals. So signaling is a way. It's just like you telling a program I like you. It's like putting a like button. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, putting a like button. Like I like you, basically. Like you're showing that you like them and you want them. So, in terms of signals, I would say use your signals wisely, like very, very wisely. There is that urge to actually pick the most prestigious program and send them your signals, but it's good to have like maybe one prestigious program that you've always dreamed to get into, but let most of your likes let them go to your rich programs, like let them go to programs that you know that you fit into their like criteria. Maybe you know somebody in that program. Like let it be like yeah, let it tally basically. Yeah, let it be programs that are within your reach. You fit most of their criteria, you know. Yeah, you got good scores, like you fit everything that they're basically looking for in that program. So yeah, I would say spend most of your signals on those kinds of program that you also like. You should also like the program, of course. Don't waste your signals on a program that you don't like or that you just want to settle for. It should be program that you like and that are also within reach for you. So, and I would even say, if you want to take it a step further, write personalized personal statements for those ones that you signal. That way, it's even more glaring that you like them. Like you went through all these troubles to write them a personal letter. So, if you want to put that like that icing on the cake, you can also do that. So, for me, yeah, I signaled some programs. I think I got like 3 interviews from programs that I signaled. Out of my 10 interviews, 3 were from programs that I signal. So I would say it works. It's just about figuring out how to use it. So signaling works. Another thing is connect with other applicants. Like it's so important to connect with other applicants. Like there are so many groups, platforms. There are so many. Like try to connect. Like you can't do this in isolation. Mm-mm, it won't work. You need the network, you need the support system, you need people that you guys can check on each other. Like a support system, important. It's not negotiable. You can't do this by yourself. Honestly, trust me, you can't. Because you are going to need people that would motivate you, like you guys can actually cross-check each other, check each other's CV, check each other's personal statements. So you need you need a community, and there are so many groups on WhatsApp, Telegram groups that are just like for this. You just need to reach out wherever and join a group. Another thing is after you submit your application, you want to start interview prep like immediately. Like don't wait till interviews come. Don't say, oh, I'll wait, when I get the interview. No, start practicing immediately. Like join a group. That's why I'm like, this community is important. Like start practicing interviews early. Practice your lightning, practice everything. Like start practicing very, very early. Get your suit, get your ring light, get your camera, whatever it is, your laptop, your internet. Start practicing on time, because not everybody will get interviews in September. Some people don't get interviews until December or January or even February. Like for me, in my case, maybe who knows, maybe I might have matched if I was actually preparing for interviews, because I got one interview in the soap. If I was actually ready and I was very prepared and I was very seasoned, maybe, I'm not saying, maybe I might have matched, but who knows. So interview practice is so important. Practice, there are so many common interview questions to practice from. Like you just Google it, like you're gonna find links to so many. Practice and practice. Like tell me about yourself. You should know it. Like if they wake you up from your dream, you should not tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself should be your elevator pitch. Like you should be able to give a quick summary about why you are a good candidates in 1 minute, in 1 to 2 minutes, actually. Like it should be like that. It should be, because you keep answering that question over and over. All the interviews that I had, they have if there's a common ground to all of them, it's tell me about yourself. Why should we pick you? Why do you want to come to our program? So practice, 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 practice. Um yeah, so I think that's it. And also, I mean, I know that everybody has like different faiths. Yeah, praying also helps. Like for me, praying, my faith helped me. So whatever it is you believe in, you need to reach into that too. Like it's a very tough process. It's an emotional roller coaster, but so many people have done it, and so can you. You can do it. If I could do it, you can do it. Trust me. And also it's like you also need to be resilient. You can't back down. If this is your dream, if this is what you want to do, if this is your passion, please don't give up. Like no matter how many times, some people don't match on their first attempt, some don't even match on their second attempt, some don't match on their third attempt. So you have to keep going. I mean, it's hard. The hope is that you match on your first attempt, but if you do not match on your first attempt, it's not the end of the world. You have to keep going. You have to keep the dream alive. You have to keep the hope alive. You have to keep moving. I'm saying it because I'm on the other side now, but it is tough. And yeah, so guys, that is like a summary of all the things that I did. This is like an overview of everything, of what you should prepare in your application packet. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for also commenting and liking my last video. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. The people that that subscribe, thank you so much for subscribing. Please like, please comment, tell me what other videos you would like to see. Yeah, I think with time I'm gonna find what my niche is. Right now it's more of like residency. I'm also very passionate about skincare. There are a lot of things I'm passionate about. And with time you get to see that and also get to know me a bit more. I think the the main the main reason why I created this YouTube channel is just to build a community, like a community, because you can't stand alone. You need a community, a support system. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching this video. So till next time. Bye.